Hi, my name is StephenAllen Music, and today I'm going to give you a few tips on how to write a more cohesive verse for your song. Let go.
StephenAllen Music.
One key element you always want to keep in mind when you are writing is strong imagery. You want to use as many descriptive words as possible. Colors, smell, the five senses. Use your five senses. Write down exactly what's going on, what you see, things of that nature. This will help give the whole verse an overall feel and give it an environment to live in. This helps a lot, and it helps the listener visualize in their brain what's going on. Always use descriptive words. The majority of my verses that I write and record, I use nothing but descriptive words. Every bar. As I move along in the story, they can see the scenery change. They can see the environment change. They can see my emotions change. They can see the whole mood and atmosphere change. And when they're listening back, those words will just resonate with the brain and with the body and help connect more to the music. So always use imagery. Use strong descriptive words like anger, happiness. You want to use things that are like very relatable, but also you know when somebody's crying, you know when somebody's embracing somebody, things of that nature. So strong imagery. My next tip when it comes to writing a verse, an actual rhyme scheme. This one is an interesting one. You can be very simple or you can be all over the map. You want to find a good middle ground to where it's interesting enough for the listener, but you're not losing them. So sometimes you can actually overwrite a verse unnecessarily. I know I have done it. I know a lot of artists that are victims of that because we're so strong when it comes to how the rhyme schemes are that we play with. Every bar does not have to rhyme. That's a misconception. Every bar does not have to rhyme. So the first bar can have a certain ending, and then like 2 bars or 3 bars later, it can rhyme the same as the first bar, like things like that. Or you can even have rhymes within rhymes, which is what I'm good at and how I actually write my music. That way I have technically 2 patterns going at one time. This keeps it interesting and keeps the listener guessing on what I'm going to say next and where I'm going to take them. You want to keep the patterns predictable to a certain degree. That way you don't lose people, but you also want to give a hint of unpredictability to keep them actually engaged with the song. When you are writing your verse, keep the storyline in mind. Stay on topic. I have to stress this. Stay on topic. I hate when artists be all over the place, especially artists that are featured on a record and they're not even cohesive with the record because they're just trying to write their best verse possible and it doesn't even make sense and go with the theme of the record. Stay on topic and stay within the storyline. So each verse should pinpoint somewhere in the storyline, and each person that you add to the record should be added as a character within that storyline and go with the overall message of the whole theme of the record. So for me, I always write my verses in 3 acts. So every 4 bars is an act in each verse for me. So if I got a 12-bar verse, I got 3 acts within it. If I got a 16-bar verse, I got way more ground to cover, which is actually better for me because I like to use a lot of words. I just break it into 4 acts. So the way you can think about it is beginning, middle, end. Like for my first verse, I'm always explaining the atmosphere. I'm always giving the overall initial scene within the movie. My first verse starts playing, that's that opening scene where you see me walk in and I'm telling you the situation of right then and there. And then my next verses, I'm either backtracking, telling you how I got there, or I'm furthering along in my third verse, giving you a resolution to what happened in the first 2 verses. This creates cohesiveness. That's actually how you build your storyline. Beginning, middle, end. Just like writing an essay, it's just like scoring a film. It's the same thing, but you want to do it in your verses as well so that everything makes sense and it can develop. So your first verse is going to be a little bit different from your second verse, and if you got a third verse, it just keeps going and keeps going, never ending. So the storyline can develop over time, and that's what you want. That keeps the listener engaged and keeps everything interesting.
StephenAllen Music.
Hello. So, today, we're doing another drill beat. Today's BPM is 70 BPM. We're in the key of E flat. It's 3 verses, 3 hooks, no outro. The hook ends the song. And the song begins with the verse. So intro, then verse, and we out. Alright? So we're about to start writing and get straight to it. You. Yes. First part done. We got the hook laid down. I always start with the hook. The hook is the base of the idea. The hook is what's going to be remembered. So for me, when I hear a beat, I always go for the hook first. Always write the hook first. It's better that way so that you know the roadmap, you know what the ending is, so you know where to go, and then you just use the verses to fill in the storyline. So it's always good to always do the hook first. Some people do write verses first, and then make a hook to connect everything. But in my opinion, that's 10 times harder, because then you gotta find meaning in each verse, and you know. But sometimes people have a hook idea, but they don't have the words, and they go ahead with the verses and the bridge and the other parts, which is cool too. That works as well. So my best advice for you though is start with the hook first, so that you know what the end goal is, what the message is going to be for the whole entire track. Yo, what's good, people? Day 2. Sal's about to start recording his first verse. We didn't get a chance to finish yesterday, so we're about to continue today. Let's get this record done. All right, let's get it.
Goddamn early 30s looking at this nigga. Goddamn.
All right, you ready?
Yep. Yeah. Oh. True. Told it. Juice. Yeah. Max. Wax. Wow. Facts. True. Truth? Or in the booth with Goose.
We got the first verse done. Still got 2 more to go. So you always gotta just stay focused, stay in the game, and continue the storyline. At the end of the day, it gotta make sense. We here for longevity. Alright, so take your time. Always take your time. There's no rushing it, because a hit record's gonna come on its own. You ain't gotta force nothing. So take your time. For real, for real.
All eyes on me. Give them what they mean. You will see. And move. Facts. Holy. The devil. Man. Hurry up. Bah.
Second verse is laid down. So 1 more verse, and then we'll be listening to the whole record, because the record will be completed, because the hook is actually ending the song. There's no outro. So, you know, I got a tip for the engineers though. While the artist is recording, make sure they're recording the best they can. So if the timing is off, or if they can pick up on something a little differently, make sure you say something. If you think it's straight, you know, and they ask you for your honest opinion, give them your honest opinion. You feel me? So, you know, sometimes it's good to speak up, other times it's not. You just gotta learn when. But while you're recording, you should definitely be paying attention to how the vocals are being laid down. If their timing's a little sloppy, but it's not too sloppy, leave it. But if it's like very noticeable, you know when you mix it, everybody's gonna hear it, say something, please.
All
Alright, you ready?
waste of time. Nah. True. Pardon. Please. Days. Huh. Nah. Upgrade. Nah. Bah. Nah. Please? Really? Okay. Grah.
Just know I'm not dying with you. I'm just letting you know.
Going with the vibe, man.
Third verse is recorded. So right now, we're gonna listen from top to bottom. Listen to the whole record. See if we want to make any changes or anything like that. And then we out. So I do have one tip for artists. We're in the studio for hours on end. Make sure every hour you get up and stretch. It's never talked about. It's not talked about enough. Make sure you get up and stretch. It's like having an office job, especially if you're in the studio and you sitting down the whole time. Make sure you're comfortable. Sit on the couch, you know, lay back, chilling while you're writing and all of that. It's always good to do that, you know. But get up and stretch every once in a while, you know, keep the blood circulating and flowing. You know, I gotta do me right now. I gotta do me right now. Anyways, but yeah. Till next time, y'all. Yeah.